You're bluffing. I haven't heard any alarms. The coppers have no idea I'm even here. And by the time they find out, I'll be long gone.
I still don't see how that's my problem.
Next February.
I don't know anything for certain, but you might want to have a look on the 13th floor.
How about this heat? I've never experienced anything like it.
Times ain't so glamorous for everyone, you know. Just 'cause you get to parade around in fancy suits doesn't mean it's the same for everyone else.
Think it's worth the trouble of trying to smoke this guy out from his other stores? That'll be all for now, I think. Coral Gables was lucky. It didn't get the worst of the hurricane in 26. You're right in the path of this one. He doesn't look like he's been dead very long, but I didn't hear any shots.
Excuse me, do you speak-o the English?
Come on, Bo, let's head back.
So what's next for you? Aside from dodging the police, that is.
And the son of a bitch says clear as day he means well, but doesn't perform as well as he could.
George, I've managed to recruit William Jennings Bryan for the rally tomorrow.
The Labor Day hurricane of 1935 hit the Florida Keys on September 2nd, 1935. It was a Category 5 hurricane, which meant that the highest winds reached 185 miles per hour. It was the strongest hurricane of the season, and the first of only 3 hurricanes to make landfall as a Category 5 in the 20th century. The other 2 were Hurricane Camille in 1969 and Hurricane Andrew in 1992. Unlike the 1926 hurricane, there was slightly more preparation involved in this one. The warnings were issued the weekend of Labor Day in the Keys. Most people were evacuated, and a train was sent down from Miami to evacuate the WPA construction workers, but unfortunately, it was swept away during the winds, and only the locomotive made it down there.
Show's over, folks. You can see yourselves out.
He's a local politician, county commissioner, in fact, very outspoken on the subject of prohibition.
Why don't you go to work for the company?
Ah, of course. Speaking of, I'm going to need your help for a few things I need done, if old Georgie will let me borrow you.
You're his wife. Surely George has let something slip about who's going to be mayor.
Even if he had told me, I couldn't say.
Everything going all right with you, Murphy?
You may.
Maybe not, but he'll talk to me. Nervous? Me? Of course not.
You let me know if there's anything you need to look up.
What?
Why?
Just fine, thank you.
Go ahead and get back to whatever you were doing for George. I'll just clean up here.
Off? What do you mean off?
What can you tell me about him?
I certainly hope Mr. Walsh has people on his payroll more intimidating than you. I'm more scared of my grandmother. No deal, Banks. You talk tough, I'll give you that. But your bark, it's worse than your bite.
What kind of spectacle?
Sounds like Suggs is being his clumsy old self as usual.
The Coral Gables project seems to be going pretty well, wouldn't you say?